So it's going. Yeah. Right. So I'm doing this because it seemed like a good idea at the time, and to let you guys see my really spectacular and awesome voice, which I've been sporting for about a week now. Lighting is really special right now, isn't it? Oh, wrong way. I get confused. There. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah. So I've been having a cold for about a week now, which has been making me sound much more like Johnny Cash than usual. I was just singing under my breath the other day at work and really freaked myself out with how much I did not sound like myself. And I'm just going to leave that subject for a second because, yeah, it's weird. And what else? We've got, why am I doing this again? Right. To demonstrate my extreme intelligence of the situation right now. I've worked full-time for now. This is almost going on the third week, which apparently doesn't do good things for my mental capacity or my creativeness. So I've been trying to write, and my word count has been like hovering along underneath like the around the 100 words per day mark, which, you know, we all think is awesome, except when we don't. And I realized the other day, so far this part, okay, I would have found it difficult even if it wasn't this way, but this story, part of why it's taking so long is because it's almost entirely dialogue. So, like, because none of my characters want to do what I'm writing them in to do, they have to, like, argue about it and, like, be blackmailed into going and doing things and, like, marry into it and fight about it again and fight again and try and get out of it, and someone has to, like, shove them into this plan, and then they get, like, sent off across the country on weird missions, and it's really not the best cohesiveness of plot that I've ever written, and they're talking the whole time, so yeah, it's really awesome. So I was going to mention that, and what else was I going to mention? Yeah, so it hasn't been writing, and I had this big plan that, well, first I was going to finish the story in February, and then I kind of didn't write for January, February, or December, so that didn't work. So then my next big plan was I was going to finish at the end of March, and it was going to be awesome, and it's not finished, and unless I can pull out, 10,000 words a day for the weekend, which I don't think will happen, but, it might. I'm probably not going to be done particularly soon. But speaking of, like, I might be able to pull out 10,000 words a day for the weekend. I hold this as a possibility because earlier this week, on Monday actually, I got up at 6:40 in the morning, which is proof that miracles happen. I mean, you walk on water, Jasmine gets up before the sun. It was marvelous. The cat is now sitting on my foot. Okay, I was going to mention that, and what else? I'm also saying that writing this. I'm also filming this because I miss you guys on the internet, because I haven't been spending any time because I've been working or writing or being social. I keep having to do social things lately, such as working. Or last night I went to the ballet, which was really epic and awesome. The ballet was. The part where I drove into another car in the parking lot and now the repair bill is like $1,000, which just so happens to be the exact amount of money I had in my savings, was not so awesome. But, sometimes you just have to look at these things and say, this is a sign that God does not want me to have savings. So I should buy more books and not have savings, and then I won't hit cars. My logic is flawless. And so that was, but it was funny with the ballet because I was realizing, I'm going to adjust that and hope that I'm still in the picture. I was realizing during the ballet that I was following along with the plot and really enjoying it. And then they had these parts where the plot just kind of stalled and everyone just kind of jumped around and was picturesque. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Just kiss the girl, move the story along. Ah! And then I realized that some people go to the ballet for the jumping around and being pretty things. They don't actually want the story. They want the jumping and the posing and the dancing and the song and all that. And then I was really confused by humanity, because why would you want to watch someone dancing around the stage in tights instead of a story? So, but then I mentioned this to my sister and she's like, but it's pretty! Well, of course you'd want that. And so I confuse humanity also, so we match. Confusion on both sides. So that was fun. And yeah, ballet, hitting cars, not writing. It's Easter, so I have a 3-day weekend. Yes! And the cat has moved and is now nibbling my coat. So all in all, it's a really picturesque and awesome... That made absolutely no sense. I was going to say weekend, and that didn't make sense. So I'm glad also that this is mainly, these videos, I don't get many views, and they're mainly viewed by people who know me and appreciate the complete randomness of my mind, and the fact that sometimes it really appears that I don't have one at all. It's just words floating around, jumping out at inopportune moments. It's April Fool's today, so I've witnessed a bunch of people on Facebook, getting engaged or being pregnant mysteriously. When the guy friends started being pregnant on Facebook, that's when I realized that probably, oh yeah, right, it's the 1st of April, isn't it? But I didn't do anything about that, except that I saw someone in the bank try to deposit Monopoly money. Which was very creative of them. And it wasn't like some people, you think if they bring in Monopoly money, it's because they actually think they're going to fool us. And then we just kind of stare at them and go, really? No, don't even try again. Just, thanks for playing, don't come back. But this was actually someone who comes in frequently, and they get coin orders and stuff, and she just kind of they hand like a bunch of coin. I'm looking for something which I can use as a demonstration. Oh, they have like all the money together, like they're $20 bills, and then they have a note on top, which is like, we want this many rolls of quarters and this many rolls of toonies and loonies and etc., etc. And they hand it to them, and then we like fetch all the coin and then count the money. And one of my coworkers was taken, and she was like halfway through, and then realized that it wasn't real money. And then she just started laughing hysterically, so it was really amusing. And I think that is all the news I have or can fabricate. I didn't do anything for April. Did I say that? Oh, yes, I did. Right. So there you have it then. My delightful life. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter. Be safe. Make good choices. Bye. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to turn this on. Turn this off, because my screen died, so work. Ah, there we go. No, yes, no, yes, there we go. Whoa, 9 minutes of me ranting. You really don't want to listen to all that. Oh well, maybe you do. Maybe you're one of my friendlies, in which case I'll just leave this in all its awesomeness. Happy Easter!